So hi guys, this is Rodrigo from djing. I'm here at the Reloop stand at Namm 2019 and we are looking at the RP-8000 MK2 turntable, the new turntable from Reloop, and the Elite barrel mixer. And Nick from Reloop is going to take us through all the details of this exciting new gear. Take it away, Nick.
Thanks a lot, Rodrigo. Yeah, so basically this is our new Elite series. This is how it's called. And we connected them. We wanted to present them together because they're working perfectly together. Let's go to the main through the main features on this. So what we had developed here is the first setup that's able to use 4 different pad modes at the same time. So I can use, for example, sampler on this one, loop roll on this one, and for example, cue points here, slicer here, and you can use them simultaneously at the same time. So this improvement on Serato is the first setup that's going to be having that feature. Let's get started to the RP-8000 MK2. We had the previous version where we had 2 buttons. Now we delete 1 button to have the possibility to switch different modes, and you always have a user mode on 2 different buttons so that you can map them yourself. The main feature of this new turntable is platter play. You can press shift and reset, and then you have a scale on your screen, and you can go through different scales of semitones where you can play the motor speed of the platter, and you can play different kind of scales. So you have a lot of possibilities how to create. Yeah, it's an instrument more than it was before. You also can connect a MIDI keyboard and play the motor speed with a keyboard, like just it's an instrument for you. So that's something where creativity has no limit. If we go back to the usual modes, then you have everything that we already had in the Mark 1, but improved with bigger pads and different modes and color pads. That's really a good thing for DJs nowadays. The other big thing that we changed are the connections, and we improved, for example, a lot of turntablists like to turn down the motor. So you just turn off. For example, I left the platter play and want to turn off slowly, so I make a slow down breakdown. This now works without losing the MIDI files. So the MIDI file, the MIDI connectivity of the turntable is still connected with everything, and you don't lose it, because before we didn't have a second switch off on the side, and now we have it. So that's a big improvement that we took care of. You also have 4 connections, so you will be able to connect 2 mixes at the same time. For club environments, using 2 setups, it's pretty good to use with 3 turntables. Yeah, that's the main about the RP-8000 MK2. There are a lot of more things to discover, but you're gonna see it. Okay, so now the Elite. The Elite is our first barrel mixer with Serato, and we really developed it very closely together with Innovator. We have built-in mini Innovator Pros, 3 of them. They have a cut-in to 0.1 millimeter, which is one of the closest cut-in on the market. And you can adjust them in the firmware inside of the mixer, how your cut-in want to be on each of those faders. Okay. And on the front you have the adjustment of the curve, if you want to have it sharp or if you want to blend over. You have a mic section, you have an echo on a mic, you have sampler volume, aux volume, all the typical stuff that you want to have on the front panel. If we go through, we developed this design to have the different modes on the lower section, because then you wouldn't accidentally press a button while putting the fader up. And that was a close integration of how we want to lay out this mixer. What was also made from Angelo, Brace, and Kranz, that all involved in this product. So you have the pad modes, which are the biggest in a barrel mixer, and loop section dedicated with which you know maybe from the Mix on 4. Really a lot of people really liked it from the Mix on 4, and we put it inside a battle mixer so you can see how lench is your loop on the mixer and just press it and go ahead.
That's super handy.
Yeah. The Tweak FX are onboard FX. Usually the standard is the filter, and you can use flanger, white noise, filter, bit crush, and you're also going to have a own user mode on it, where you can map the Tweak FX to something like pitch play, where you can do crazy things with us. Yeah, and the effects section looks very different from other mixes. We have a line fader where you can control the level and depth of the effect, and you can use 3 different Serato FX pulse fader on all faders, and you have 2 possibilities: hold or to press on and slightly insert the mix, the effect. And you have a BPM and a beat FX, where you can see it in your screen on your mixes, so you don't have to focus on your screen. That's about the basic over layout. Of course, we have the Pro section where you can go through in Serato, left, right, and you can use it with 2 different computers at the same time, what is very important for clubs.
Yeah.
So that's, I think, a very big thing. If you're playing back to back, you are able to use your own mode on each side for each person. So if I'm going to source B on USB B, then the second laptop gonna have the turntable already through the USB hub connected on the right side. So you have a lot of possibilities where you can go crazy with this unit. And that's basically our new Elite. And you have a lot of more things, like club owners are able to set own limiters in a certain firmware mode where usually users don't have access to. So they can lock out stuff that DJs going through limits in the clubs, and we all know it. And that's something what we really wanted to focus, that it's usable in clubs, it's usable on festivals, people are happy with it, one-time setting, everything is saved on-site the mixer without any firmware utility, so this is really solid.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
That sounds great. Talk about the pricing a little bit?
Yeah, no problem. Yeah. So the RP-8000 MK2 are $699, and the Elite are $1,299, and it's €599 and 1,250 euro the Elite. So this is about the pricing, and I think we really found a way to make the best out of that for the people that don't have that budget to buy so expensive equipment.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very good compromise for performance DJs to invest their money on something that's really solid and where you can have good support and creativity at the same time. And yeah, that's basically about pricing. And I think you guys gonna find out more about it. It's gonna be around all the shops very soon. So
What's the release date?
The release date of the Mark 1 is already end of January, so
Okay.
very soon. And the Elite are gonna be available in March.
In March.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's very soon.
Okay. Well, that's a great overview, and thank you for doing that. And very exciting to see Reloop going to that level and to that level of detail with battle mixers at an affordable price, because these machines used to cost much more. Looking forward to see it have a lot of success. Thank you, Nick, for that.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah.
Hope you have a good time at Namm.
I'm already having that.
Yeah.
Okay. Great. Thanks.